Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Malinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so happy. And for those who are still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Today I want us to look at something really very important in poultry farming that I feel like every beginner out there must know it before you start this project, because I want when you go in for poultry farming, it is a journey of no return. Okay, I don't want you to turn back with negativity. So that's why I'm really trying as much as possible to bring out all these things, all the tips that you must know before you start this project, so that whenever you start it, you're good to go. So today we shall look at some of the reasons why your birds do not have uniform growth, because you find that in most farms, most birds do not have uniformity. You'll find other birds are big, other birds are small, other birds are medium. So there are so many reasons that leads to that. And actually, even with the layers, when they start laying, you will find that some birds will end up laying late, or even others will end up not laying. So I want you as a beginner to be aware of some of these things, so that whenever you're starting the project, you're good to go. And you must know that a bird's life starts from the very first day you introduce it into the farm. And the brooder is the most important part where a bird's life begins from. And when the brooder is well set and well managed, you're definitely sure that the performance of the birds will also be at its maximum. But when the brooder is not well set and not well managed, just know those birds will never perform well, and you will end up getting very little profits. So for today, let's stay tuned till the end, and I will be grateful. So as I told you earlier on, today I want us to look at reasons why your chicken do not have a uniform growth. Well, this really sounds so simple, but I've discovered that in most farms, whenever you go, you will find that if you weigh those birds, they will never have the same weight. Some of them will be very heavy, some of them will be very light, some of them will be medium, some of them will be at the right weight. Actually, this cuts across all types of birds, be it the local birds, the local ducks, the turkeys, the layers and the broilers, the crawlers, name them all, they all fall here. And that is really not very, very good for the project, because like if you look at the layers, you'll get that during time for laying eggs, some birds will end up laying, others will lay late, others will actually end up not laying at all, especially these ones that weigh especially these ones which are very light. So therefore, we have to really take note of that. If you're planning to start this project, you have to take note of all the points that I'm going to share with you today. But one thing you must know is that the growth of your bird starts from day one when you introduce them to the brooder. And if the brooder is not well set, guys, just know that those birds will not come out well. But if the brooder is well set and well managed, actually most of the points that we are going to share today, it is basically within the brooder. A brooder is a very important part. It is a very important place where the life of these birds begin from. And if it is not well managed, guys, trust me that those birds might end up not performing well. So some of the reasons why your chicken do not have a uniform growth. Number one is uneven distribution of light in the brooder. So inside the brooder, there is always light there 24/7. But you should make sure that as a farmer, the light is evenly distributed in all corners of the brooder. Don't let other corners be too bright and others too dark. Those birds that are in a darker corner will end up not feeding compared to the birds which are in the brighter corners. This has happened to me because I've really experienced this, because you find that where the bulbs are directly facing, birds within there, or even the feeders within there, the feeds get done so quickly compared to other corners where the lights are not very bright. So make sure inside the brooder always have enough light, which is enough for all the baby chicks in there. Otherwise, this will affect the performance of those birds in future. Another reason why your birds do not have a uniform growth is the uneven distribution of drinkers and the feeding troughs in the brooder. Well, this normally happens whereby a farmer has few drinkers in the brooder, has few feeding troughs in the brooder, so you'll get that some birds will end up eating faster than others. Then others which are really, not sharp, because some of these birds are not sharp. So you find that there are some birds which tend to run fast for the feeds, so they end up eating quickly, and by the time the rest are coming, the feeds are either done, or the good ones are always eaten up. So that will really make the birds not to grow in a uniform way. Then even if you look at the drinkers, you'll find some of you farmers, you put very few drinkers for these birds in the brooder. All the birds should have enough drinking water. The drinkers should be in all the place, in all corners, which is easily accessible for all the birds. So therefore, this will make your birds not to grow in the same pace, and at the end of it all, it will affect your performance in future. And then another reason is uneven distribution of heat in the brooder. In the brooder, there should always be a source of heat. This can be a charcoal stove. You've seen in my brooder how I was doing it. I had a pot which was always having charcoal inside, which is bringing out the heat. And then I was also using the bulbs, which was also making the house warm. But you'll find that sometimes other brooders have other corners which are very cold, and those chicks which are in those corners will end up being very dull. They'll not even feed well. They cannot run because they're really not feeling okay. And these ones which are in areas where the heat is okay, they will end up eating very fast, drinking well, and they will grow very fast compared to the rest. In the brooder, in the first week, at least the temperature should be between 90 to 95 degrees. So please, farmers, a brooder is really very important for this chicken, and it all starts from the brooder. And then another reason why your chicken do not have uniform growth is poor ventilation. Guys, these birds really need good ventilation in the chicken house. I've really made a video about how to construct a proper chicken house. The ventilation should be good, because if this ventilation is poor, remember, some birds will end up falling sick of cough. For all these respiratory problems will end up affecting the birds, especially those ones which are in the sides where the ventilation is poor. Others these sharp ones will always run to the sides where things are okay. So you'll find that there are these dull ones which will end up remaining in those corners where the ventilation is poor, and that will definitely affect the performance of your birds. And actually, if it is layers, during the time of laying, birds will not lay eggs. And then another reason is the poor litter system. This is really very important to be managed in a poultry farm and even in the brooder, because you will get that some parts, maybe water will pour in the litter. Please, if the water is poured in that litter and other parts are still dry and very okay, try to get something to remove the litter from that side, from that part which water has poured in and which has caked. Do not allow that area to be there in the farm. Always get something and try to clear up that area where water has poured, and you can leave the rest of the parts as long as the beddings are still okay and it is dry. So this litter management is also very important in the life of these birds, because at the end of the day, birds will start becoming sick and others will grow faster than others. And then another reason why your chicken do not have a uniform growth is not giving these birds enough feed and enough clean drinking water. I've told you several times that poultry farming is about drinking water and feeding. of the birds. The birds need enough clean drinking water in order for them to grow very fast. On the other hand, they also need enough feeds with all the nutrients for them to grow very fast. So as a farmer, always make sure that the feeds that you're giving your birds, first of all, are enough for that day. And then secondly is having all the nutrients that is needed for those birds. And then when we come to drinking water, guys, these birds should always have drinking water present inside the farm, inside the brooder. If the drinking water is not there, because imagine these feeds, how it looks like. When they eat the feeds without drinking water, of course their throat will become so dry. So a bird will always need drinking water at all time. So as you're planning to start this project, always remember that your farm should have enough drinking water for the birds. And actually the drinking water should be very, very clean. So that is also another reason that makes your birds not to have a uniform growth. And then another reason is not sorting the birds. Actually, if you go to most farms, you will not get the system there. But as a farmer, if you see that some birds are bigger than others, please, the only solution is to sort out those ones which are not doing well, put them in their own unit, put them in their own section, and try to feed them enough from there and do all the necessary things to make them also gain like the rest. But you will find that most of us farmers do not practice this. So at the end, the birds will just be like that, and at the end, they will end up not performing well. But let me tell you, sorting out these birds is really very, very important. Especially, okay, I know most of you will say, but again, you need another chicken house or this or that. But this is to save your project. This is very important. Always make sure those birds that are not performing well, put them another side. Try to make sure you feed them very well from there, and you'll see the outcome. So we must all know that for you to enjoy this project, some of these things that we are telling you here, you should take them into consideration. And in that way, you will end up enjoying poultry farming, and one day you will also motivate others to join poultry farming. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching my videos. For all my returning viewers, please, thank you so much for always coming back and watching my videos. Thank you so much for loving me. Don't forget to comment today. And if you're still new, please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video. Comment in the comment section down below. Tell me which country you're watching me from, and I'll be smiling. See you next time. Love you all. Bye-bye.